about to begin.
Okay, so first things
Fab.
first, I think people need to roll some stuff.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
start us off
HP.
slow. Start us off low, Zai.
Go on, yeah, Zai,
Okay,
you can kick us off
Okay,
then.
who wants,
We gotta work our
who
way
wants
up.
$1,000 on 7 ones here?
Zai, you always take the
Uh,
last one. You need to go
I'll
first.
say that you get
76.
at least 2 ones
Okay, so
and
my
1
current
6.
HP is 18. I'm not
Yes,
gonna get higher
terrible.
than that. Oh my god! You were
Two-
right.
I said you were gonna get at least 2 1s and 1 6.
Look, it's the old, like I'm on both sides of the spectrum. I have 3 awesome 6s and then the rest of them are shit.
Nice, wasn't bad. All right,
I mean, for me it was great.
let's get the rest of the rolls happening.
Like I like some
Mara?
credit, Liam. For Zai.
Oh, I got my health back.
You
What
forgot
the
your plus one.
fuck?
Ha!
Wait, Aaron, I have. So yes, I still have the least health in the party.
What's the plus?
you
Yes,
don't.
you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
The 2 psychics are
I've
less than you at the
still
moment.
been shot more times than you.
No,
I
good
think
point.
you'll be fine.
The psychic should
Hey,
have
Lars, you
myself.
wanna go?
At the
The
moment, they
psychics
do.
have less health. Yeah, but I mean
As
they're
much.
gonna roll and they've got to like.
Oop, failed.
You're rolling 74. I'm not 7.
I also rolled 7D, not D7.
Yeah.
Okay, I do. Holy! Oh, you have to add your con modifier. It's a +7.
He doesn't have one.
He doesn't.
I have a plus one
No.
to my con.
You do? Then put 7 on there then.
Still not higher than my current HP.
What, you have more than 26?
Oh, I have 26.
Oh, okay.
Still the lowest
Justin?
from the party.
Oh no, Justin rolled. So it's me
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, no.
Boom! Oh my god! I have the. I still have the. Are you gonna roll for William or?
He can do his own.
Yeah,
The
they
roll
can do
is
their
on.
own.
Not here. He's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The roll is on.
You can just remember, because I won't.
Okay. I mean, if he shows up ever again.
Okay,
One
so
write it down.
what happened at the end of our session?
We blew up an
Elijah's
entire
about to
fleet.
flip shit.
Vincent blew up a fleet.
Yeah,
The squad blew up a feet.
yeah.
Vincent had the main part of that action.
These
though.
these things happened.
I think we're gonna go with Vincent blow up the fleet.
Like, seriously, everywhere we go, things explode.
It's a fucking war. Like,
It's,
really, why do you get surprised by this?
It's
I
feel
know what
like
I
it's
mean.
kind of
actually
part of our
quite a
profession to go
yeah,
into
kind of a
things where
good trait for a
places explode.
spec ops squad.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly hope we get a reputation out of it.
Logically, shouldn't Spec Ops be in and out silently?
no?
Depends on your job.
Our text and AI friend went to go visit his imaginary girlfriends.
God damn
many?
AI.
Okay.
Yeah, we also released the killer AI in the universe. The other thing.
You wanna recap, Liam?
Yeah. Somebody do the recap.
So last session we infiltrated a Valorant capital ship, killed a fuck ton of people with a mech, turned people
Vincent
into
learned how to
paste.
use the mech correctly.
Yeah, Vincent turned off training mode for a mech, and we realized he was actually a god in it. Zai made his first cold-blooded kill that he will never forget. Then Zai fucked up really bad, which is usual for him when it's involving AI, and well, Trax killed Cynthia. Then he tried to kill us. He failed at killing us. Then he got away. Then Vincent blew up an entire fleet with a bomb. Then we got back to our ship by the awesome piloting skills of Aaron Cho. Then Elijah found out that her old ex-boss, her old tormentors, the the
Abo
Abo
Union.
Union, the Abo
Abo.
Union had killed Abba. I'm gonna go with Abba. The Abba Union.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's Abba. Abo Union had
Well, so
killed
it's a
the
Swedish
captain's
rock band.
I see no
personal
problems here.
friends, and then Elijah started flipping shit. Also, Vincent and Zai had a moment,
Yes,
and
they
now
did.
they're having babies, and they're my new OPT.
No, Vincent just shanks Zai after he teleported. I didn't know if you saw that or not.
Zai also ran more than he should physically be able to run.
Yeah,
Okay. So we cut straight back to where we left off.
In the bridge.
Yeah, everyone's on the bridge. The captain is visibly pissed off. Elijah is like, I don't know. Elijah, what do you look like? Someone who kind of glances over you.
Mm, mm. Uh, well, well, I said for all for the video, she was stood just perfectly still, making no movement, and then the video ended, and then everyone can feel a massive indraw of psychic energy. Just feel it. Even the non-psychics can feel this. Just something passing by you. As she just starts to shake. But she's still wearing her assault suit helmet, so.
Vincent takes a step back.
So she starts.
Mary
Screaming,
takes
come
a step
here.
forward.
Zai passes out.
Uh,
Actually, no. Is that a physical? Yeah, physical assault. Physical assault. Zai passes out.
Good work.
Zai definitely passes out.
Does the captain say anything, Liam?
Yeah. So, she's sitting there looking at the screen because it's like one of these videos where when it ends, it just has like the end, whatever the last like frame was, is still on the screen. So like you can still see like the last body like on the ground, just kind of like looking at that body, and the guy is kind of like still standing behind it, and she's just like staring because you can see the guy, like you can see the face of the guy who, like took their heads off, the head of like, the executioner. And yeah, she's just very intently like staring at this guy's face. Just is anyone? Yeah, what's everyone else doing?
I'd probably say Vincent just goes forward and says, Captain, do you have a history with this person?
Never met them before.
she does now.
They're going to regret that.
Very much.
And yeah, her voice is kind of just like toneless. Like there's no real anything to it.
I'm guessing we would be able to see what Elijah is super pissed off.
I'd imagine.
You
so.
know the Union's part of my backstory.
Yeah.
What was that?
Everything that's in my like little bio on my sheet that you can read, that's everything that you know if you've read my file basically. You'd know about my history with the Union. Also, you've seen the tattoo on my face.
Yeah, the tattoo that the guy had is the same as Elijah's tattoo.
As mine.
I just turned to Elijah, and it always says, Elijah, are you okay with this? What is your feelings on this?
But I'd take off my helmet and like just slowly place it on the table. Well, Vincent, these are possibly the worst human beings in the sector. These are the people that ripped me from my home at 10 years old and turned me into an assassin, a spy, and a prostitute. Now they've done this. Well, I wonder how you think I feel.
Related?
Mary just kind
Captain.
of puts
Which planet?
She yeah, like she kind of shakes herself, shakes her head. Yeah, one moment she like pulls up the like kind of like news type deal, and she's kind of like scrolling through it. It's got the website, right? Um, maybe about to. I may be just waiting for the document to load so I can remember what the name of the planet is.
Careless.
Yeah, it's the one
Yeah.
next to Natasha.
Aeolus.
Yeah, Aeolus. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, it's in the same sector as Natasha.
Do we have like a sector map that we can pull up?
Yeah,
It's in the
screen?
handouts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in the
the
handouts.
sector map. It's in the Natashan sector. 0000.
It's 16 days away.
So which hex are we at right now?
008.
Okay, so we're in the middle of transit
Shiloh.
to get back
Can
to
you show
zero.
us the map, Liam?
You
Yeah.
can see it in
You should be able to see it in the
well,
handouts.
Yeah, I mean, if it was in the thing, then
So
should
how
see it.
many days will it take us? Do we have
16.
that estimate
16.
yet? 16.
16 exactly.
Okay.
So the spike drive free will take 16 days.
So where are we at the moment? 16?
No, we're on 008 in Shiloh.
Alright. And we are going to...
Helga.
Sounds fun. Dear God, that's literally on the other side of the sector.
It's 16 days. It's actually less than it took to get us again.
Really?
Yeah.
Strange.
How come? Wait, when
So we
we
had to go
Because
across one.
we were further away, that's why.
Oh no, exactly the same, sorry. Blah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it took us a month to get here.
No, it took us 18 days. It wasn't that long.
Alright, so
We've been going for like a month, is what you're
Yeah.
probably getting mixed up with.
the captain, like, with you guys already jumped. Like, you jumped as soon as you got on board.
Yeah, we
Um,
started we're like 5 minutes into a jump.
Yeah, yeah.
Kitty, piss off.
The captain like turns like to look towards you. She says, this assignment is going to get messy. Well,
Messy. This is like next to Natashan planets. This is horrible. How did we let it get this far?
this is the first I've heard of it. Being this far away from the Tashan space has its downsides. We'll learn more when we get in sector.
Captain, we need to talk at some point.
I agree.
I'm gonna go rest now, though.
You all should.
We need it. And with that, Eliza just leaves
Yeah. Captain, after that, she just like nods. You're dismissed. Get some sleep.
and goes somewhere.
Yep.
I was just on the floor.
Yeah. The captain
Vincent
would
probably
like
goes back
pick
to
you
his
up and
room.
like just like drag you to your room.
No, I'd say Vincent probably just teleports him back to the room.
We all just leave. There's just like a body of Zai just left there. We're like,
Probably a good
yeah,
idea
I'm
to
not
teleport
dealing
into the
with
med
that.
bay, really.
Like I was
Liam, I'd
like,
probably say Vincent probably just like grabs him, teleports to his room, and walks out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even draw a mustache on him?
Nah, he doesn't give a shit
I was
anymore.
making athletics checks like most of the session to run around.
And you passed like.
All of them.
I don't think you failed one.
I hardly did any of them.
Okay, so basically, to kind of break down what's happening on the ship, the captain has basically ordered you, like, after you wake up, the general like standing order is to make ready, that when you guys get in sector, there's going to be maybe 2 or 3 hours before like you insert onto the planet, just to get some better like intel.
Mhm.
And then yeah, for anyone, she's like in the probably down in like the gym basically, like training.
Yeah.
She's probably
Just
broken.
montage
She's
of her
probably
training.
broken a couple of punching bags.
Also, Liam, during our time in travels, Vincent just writes a message to his brother. I'll send you over Skype.
Yeah, sure, man. Cool.
Yeah, Zai does a couple things as well.
Yeah. So yeah, if there's anything that your characters want to do that the rest of the ship either you don't want them to know about or they wouldn't know about, just drop me in Skype. Now, is there any? So I know there's a scene between Elijah and the captain we want to play out here. Is there any other scenes that people want to play out?
Yeah, there'd be a. You go.
For at least one with Zai for sure, because now I have
There's-
alien ship, so I need to somehow
Wait,
make
oh
this
fuck!
work.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Yeah, you have a dropship.
There
We
would be
also
one
lost all our
between.
ships, though.
There would be one between Zai and Elijah, like probably like on the third day of travel. And then Zai just wants to go to the Zai wants to find the files of Vincentia or whatever the stuff that they left on the whatever our ships. I keep forgetting the ship's name.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
So, I need a computer check for that.
Yeah, we'll go through that in a bit because there is some stuff that will need to happen with that. First things first, Elijah, do you want to do out your scene with the captain?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
That is for something, by the way. I'll message you on Skype.
Sure.
Jake, you should probably message him directly on Skype, not in the open Skype.
Oh yeah, I know I am. I mean, I meant to, but it doesn't matter anyway. Either way, you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I would have said it out loud, but then I was like, I may as well message. But well.
Well, Mary figures you'll show up eventually, so she'll not try to seek you out.
If Zai did see that pop though, he would or if he saw it go away, he would try to, fix it.
Yeah. You'd probably see me in cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Zai is everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah, go to your captain.
As a side note, I think I
I'd
find
wait
funny-
till she's in a cabin as well,
Sure.
not trading.
Sure.
But as a side note, the thing I find funny is that Vincent and Zai have the same skill on computers.
No, you don't.
What's your computers?
3.
3.
Oh, I have 2. Never mind then.
Why do you have computers too?
I don't know.
'Cause you
Right?
thought he was
I
gonna
got it
use
when
them.
when I first made the character.
Yeah.
It's complete opposite of Vincent though. How did you even spend points in that? Didn't you spend them all on
Let's
combat
see.
stuff?
I had it before I decided how I was actually going to roleplay Vincent.
Mary will send a message to the Royal Engineer Corps with regards to maybe a failed shock trooper project that they might have designed a jetpack for, or at least the shunt modules that you use in the power armor to deflect when you go land on the ground again.
You are absolutely talking to the right people now.
What?
You are talking to the right people. They're the people who will absolutely have this stuff.
So
There
speaking of which,
there
I'm
are
commissioning a-
like so many different like failed like shock trooper projects from the Italian Navy that this is, if you want to get like a prototype jetpack that may not work, this is the way to go.
Yeah, so I'll roll culture and attention, I suppose. With
Yeah.
Let's
See how much they like you.
See how much
Dear
they like
God.
the idea.
Perfect.
Of,
Yeah, absolutely. They love it. So yeah, we'll
They'd love another test subject.
just kind of send me a couple of dot points on what the message kind of entails, and I'll
Yeah.
make up a response for it.
And she will also try to get in touch with some cars.
Yep.
Some of the old guard might still might have some knowledge about this development on the other planet.
Sure. So yeah, just give me some dot points of what those like 2 messages entailed.
Yep,
and
I will.
We'll
I
go
would
from
like to
there.
mention the Cymac costs
Do I-
1 million credits.
I'm aware.
Yes,
Do you
because
want to roll
it's rare.
separately for that?
No, that's fine.
A 12 can cover it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Liam, I'm just wondering, it costs $1 million. I probably won't be able to get a Cymac, will I?
That's what requisitions in the military is for.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have to pull some strings, but hey, it's
Dude,
possible.
I have a
pull
brother.
all the strings. Pull literally every string you have, and then get us all mix. And then
You
we can
can
just rock around the
also
mix.
pull Mary strings if you want to. Ask her about stuff.
Elijah's already doing that.
Uh,
Pardon me. Not for the length of travel, she hasn't.
okay. So, yeah, Elijah, you probably, like I imagine, you probably kind of catch the captain like after, so she's like sitting at a computer terminal, like her hair is like tied back in like a towel.
Yeah.
It's probably like after a training session, she's like hopped in the shower, chucked on like a ship suit basically, and you're just trying
Perfect.
to.
She's
Sure.
probably wearing she's probably wearing one of her lieutenant's uniforms.
Yeah.
And it's really, really dirty and scruffy.
Yeah.
Like really, really dirty.
Sure.
Probably bits ripped out of it and shit. But yeah, she knocks on the door.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, like you open up the door and like whether it's just cause she says come in, and whether it's just because like yeah your uniform's like kind of shit at the moment, but like looking around like you notice like her room is like it's all in like all of her stuff's in places, right? Like it's all set up like correctly. Even like her ship suit that she's wearing, like that you can kind of tell she's kind of just thrown on after like getting out of the shower, is still pretty like nicely like pressed and everything.
Yeah.
You can tell and you kind of get this impression from like your entire kind of travels with her. She's a very precise person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what are you saying? What say? She's gonna like looks.
This is probably like, literally the first day of travel. Like after
Yeah.
sleep and she's done her training.
That's why I wanted to do you first because I imagine it would be like pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty early.
May I sit, Captain?
Of course.
Well, that's it. And then I pull out like probably a nice bottle of whiskey and 2 glasses.
Yeah.
And I say, we didn't get to do this before, and I wanted to. It seems like at least a chance that we've got now, but we didn't get to celebrate the survival of some of the squad before. This is as good a time as any while we talk.
She nods. You'll excuse if I'm not in the best of moods, but a drink would be nice.
You'll excuse if I'm not either, I think.
I understand.
Yes, we both got history. Yeah, I pour drinks for us both.
Sure.
It's just like tumble glasses and
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
25ml shots. Captain, what do you want us to do?
About the union.
Yeah, I know what I want to do.
What I want and what our orders could be very different here. Our orders will probably be more along the lines of removing Union control from the planet, especially this close to home, destroying their assets, bringing the planet back. What I want that fucker's head.
I kind of like clap my hands together. Oh, Captain, if you were my superior, I could kiss you right now. It's going to be hard to destroy their assets. I don't know how much you know about the Union. I don't know how much I know anymore about the Union.
They're a large organization.
But I'm the closest thing at the moment that we have to an expert in them. It's not as if I can forget anything about them, even though I was young. Kind of burned in there. There's probably going do we think that is? Well, it's not going to be good. I want to make a suggestion.
Do you know what?
I think we should stop off at Najjar first.
Supplies? Questions?
Yes. The only TL5 planet we have access to. Probably would actually probably just say TL5.
Yeah.
I imagine it's how
Yeah.
everyone just refers to it nowadays. Yeah, the only TL5 planet we as the Natashans have access to anymore. It might be a good idea to go there to try and get anything really. I already told you about the grenades I requisitioned. They're coming from there, hopefully.
And you want to pick them up?
See if there's more stuff, maybe. The academy I grew up in was... Well, the academy I studied in is one of the biggest technological advances in this sector. They might be willing to share stuff with us, or the markets, the businesses themselves may have something for us. It's worth a look at this time.
I agree. Any advantage we could get would be helpful in this situation.
It'll be nice to see the planet as well. I kind of like Elijah laughs. I'm like, sorry, that's just nostalgia on my part. Apologies.
Nothing to apologize for.
This is going to be hard, but this is something that I believe our goals will match up on for this one.
I believe I'd agree.
I believe I want exactly the same thing.
Elijah,
I gave that guy's head. Mm-hmm. Yes, Captain.
your ability to prolong life is sufficient?
Where it gets really dark.
Mm-hmm. What did you say, sorry, Liam?
She
I
said,
didn't follow all of it.
your ability to prolong life is sufficient?
Yes. It's just got better, in fact.
I've had use of psychics in the past for interrogation. It's surprising how much punishment the human body can take when sustained psychically. Just so you're aware. Your
My
help
dear
may be
Captain.
needed.
You have no idea how happy that makes me right now. She'd hold out her hand, like, for a handshake, actually. As she stands up.
Captain, like, reached out her hand to
And
shake.
probably for the first time since she got on this ship, she then salutes the captain.
Captain kind of smiles, like noticing this, salutes back, and then she says, Elijah, even with these new found interests, this is still a military vessel. Get yourself cleaned up. She kind of smiles at that.
That's why I stayed on my other uniforms, Captain. I also say, before I leave, like, I get to the door and it's like, before we get to Najjar, we're going to need credits. It's not a cheap planet.
That's
You'd
where
be
we finally all get
surprised.
paid.
You'd be surprised how much currency the Natashan intelligence has access to.
I would just like to mention the mecha one is 1,200,000.
Good point to mention it.
It probably has abundance of
Zai
that,
wants
considering I
this functioning
considering I was
AI.
part of a psychic academy. That's probably got abundance of that. No, but and she also says Captain, as much as it may seem selfish, it may seem self-centered, but I'd like your recommendation for a promotion to first lieutenant at the least. Not because I want to, well, a little bit because I want to get better at what I do, but mostly because I don't want to be second guessed in the field. From as much as I can tell, I've become a leadership position in this squad. I've taken everyone's actions, but there's been times where I've been ignored because of my rank. I'd rather not have that happen in a situation that could kill us all.
She smiles at that.
And then she leaves.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm looking Skype for the price of the mech.
Yeah, and then she goes somewhere.
Alright, cool. So yeah, what who wants to go next? Are there scenes they want to happen?
I've got a few scenes that I want to do, so whoever wants to go.
I only have 2 things I really want to do.
I have some
Guess we'll do-
scenes with the old man, but yeah.
I'd say we do.
Yeah, I have a scene with. I've got something with the
Let's
Ryzen
see
as
who
well.
rolls the highest. Nah.
Well,
You can
he's
go for that.
literally locked inside someplace, so I'm not opening that. But yeah.
You can go, Zai.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got a few things to do. So the first things I would do is go and check on Ryzen and take in like get some food out of his like the little machine that supplies him with Valron potable food that won't destroy his insides.
You
I
sure
mean,
you
just-
can't give him a cheeseburger?
No, he'll probably die. Not because it's a cheeseburger, but because it's meant for humans. Well,
That's definitely because it's a cheeseburger.
it's probably because it's a McDonald's cheeseburger.
I think anyone would die from a McDonald's cheeseburger these days.
So yeah, he gives him food and he just puts it in the cell.
How
he awake?
how do you plan to put it in the cell when we ruin the door?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
pulled the
it's
door apart.
I can just like connect again. I mean, I'm assuming it's
Sure.
So
relatively
the door
easy.
was actually physically broken.
The like wiring is just severed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say he did it enough that he would be able to easily fix it.
Ah.
I was very clear on that, so I could get back in. Before I go in there, is he awake?
Liam?
Just
Liam died.
Yeah, he's awake.
Oh, never mind.
just as a precaution, Mary's gonna be there as well.
Okay, sure. What was his rank within the Valron army or the AIO? The
Jack, you need
AIO.
one.
Was
High
big
up.
general?
Can you mute
Yeah, equivalent to what a general.
your mic? Okay, so I mean, this is all in Valoronic. Jake, can you mute your mic?
Cool.
Thanks. This is everything he says is in Valoronic though. BB's still in your suit. I guess he might translate for you if you ask.
Baby's in the ship.
I don't. Yeah, the point is BB can translate for Mary if she wants to understand. But
Yeah.
I'm assuming there would be a common things because it's the brig, so you would want
Yep.
like, he says like, obviously the Valron word for General Great. He says his full name. If I come in, will you promise not to attack me?
He nods.
I open the door. And put. What does the room look like? Is it like got a cot and like table
Yeah.
and?
Yeah, it's just like basic. So you got like a bed and then a small table.
Yeah. Yeah, so I place
Sink.
the food down on his table and I say, I brought you this. It's what I've been eating. It's nothing shit. It's pretty shit, at least it won't kill you.
He nods.
Is it grey?
It's probably green. How have you been doing in your current situation? His gestures at the room. He's probably giving off like surge tones.
Yeah. Okay. The general says, as I do not know the full extent of my current situation, that is not an answer I feel willing to give.
Oh, Mary just kind of sighs and says, "Oh, baby, why don't we play the destruction of the Valron fleet?"
Mary, and he switches to English. Mary, if you would be so kind and wait outside.
Oh,
I
I'd
was thinking
really,
the destruction of fleet was probably most like it was of course his fleet, but it was of mostly like the actual Veron, like friendly Veron.
well, no, it wasn't his fleet. It was the heretics with inside the heretics fleet.
Maybe.
So I apologize for her. She, well,
no, she's speaking English, so it's fine.
he can understand English.
So wait, the
Oh.
heretical heretics.
Well, Mary just kind of sighs and she's like, don't really want to.
If you could resist from any more comments, that would be amazing, Mary.
That depends
On
how much you want to sugarcoat this, because we really kicked him in the balls.
Mary, I would like to have a conversation with the general without your, I mean this in the
Yes.
nicest possible way, snarkiness.
All right, I'll shut up. I'll get to my part later.
Thank you, Mary. Zai turns back to the general and switches back to Valronic. It's after we prisoned you. Sorry about that. A large portion of your fleet, in your capital ship, or whatever the proper word for that is, it was taken off planet by, well, what we assume, well, what I assume were heretics with inside the heretics, a more extreme version of your faction. They took the capital ship and many of the other ships and headed straight towards the main Valron blockade fleet. And, well, the part of it that your capital ship was taken from, as it was less well armed, they had planned to destroy it, I assume. My squad and I managed to infiltrate the ship, and, well, I assume you know what happened. At least you can guess. I wish it had gone differently. It was not my intention to blow up or destroy something as old and, well, glorious as capital ship, but here we are.
He shakes his head. He says, I told them it was too soon. The fools.
I
Their
nod.
impatience got them killed.
While I do believe that your path is the wrong path, I did not wish that death on anyone. I just shakes his head.
And yet you bring death.
I
You killed my men.
gives off he
Blew
gives
up
off
my
a tone of
fleet.
shame.
And death seems to follow you, whether you want it or not.
You don't know the half of that. I think he'd say sir. You don't know, or whatever the Valron word for sir is.
Sure.
Or like,
The Veron word for sir is man.
Because this guy is my superior technically, right?
Yeah, easily.
Like by a lot. Like we're still technically in the same military. He's just in a different party.
Yeah.
Also, your I forget her name because it was weeks ago. But his lieutenant or whatever she was I use her name because it was like hours ago or like a day ago. And he would have her name burned in his mind. She survived the explosion, and I had to. She asked. I died honorably. I thought you should know. Well, as honorably as a surprise attack from an unknown assailant can be. I thought you should know that.
So yeah, he nods. He says, I had assumed she was either being held on a different part of the ship, or she was dead. It seems.
He gives off, I think, a tone of mixed like fear, like I think it'd be like different like things of fear, like fear for oneself and then like fear for another.
Sure.
So this would be like fear for another, which presumably the general.
Alright.
And then like shame and concern, like just a mixture of like that sort of stuff.
Sure.
I think death might have been better for her. I am
There is
not sure what
no shame
is intended for you.
in accepting one's fate.
If I had my way, General, well, you would be sent back to your people. Well, the people that are warring. Know what I mean. You wouldn't be imprisoned, and I'm afraid I can't do anything
I
to help you with that.
I do not believe that if you had your way, I would still be here. I am. What did you call my people? Sick? Sometimes death is
Zai
the
looks
only
down.
cure for a sickness.
You might believe that, sir. I don't. The sick can always get better. I wanted to warn you that there might be interrogations to come. I will try my best to stop them, as you do not deserve that, even though you've done many things I disagree with, and your ideals are not mine. I do not deserve what I know some of these people are capable of. I just
Sudden flashback
Be ready.
to that time on the ship when Isaac killed someone.
Yeah. Just like flashbacks to every time like the squad has just killed someone. Just like mass explosions. I think at that point Zai just waits for a response, and if he doesn't get one within like a minute, he says I will or does he get one within a minute?
No. He didn't respond.
Okay. What tones is this guy getting off? Like anything?
Corrections.
Like resignment?
Oh, okay.
Like he's accepted the
horny.
fact he's here now? And
I will
dishonor.
dishonor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zai, he says, I will be back with your evening meal, and, well, I will return with all meals for you.
Okay.
I would like to continue our conversation. I haven't talked to another Valrunner in some time. I would like to understand you more. Maybe you could learn to understand mine. Would this be acceptable?
He nods. So yeah, there's this probably like if we like fast forward like maybe 5 days, 6 days.
Well, I mean, it's just one last thing.
Wait,
When
I
Zai
have
left,
something.
yeah,
to say
there's still stuff that's gonna happen there, but I just want to like there's a scene that I want to play out that's just pretty relevant to that.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
Like-
probably when you're like coming back to drop off your like food to him. There's yeah, so there's like as you're approaching BB like appears to you. He says the general is otherwise engaged at the moment.
engaged.
That's what he says.
Sorry, you cut out at the very end of that sentence.
Yeah, he says the general is otherwise engaged at the moment.
What does that mean, BB?
He's busy.
Zai pulls up a camera feed of inside the room.
You see the captain.
Is there audio feed?
Nope.
How far away am I from it?
Like you could just walk there. Like it won't take long. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he goes in, or like goes to the door and like starts listening.
Okay. So yeah, you hear BB first says like almost straight away when you reach the door, Captain, we have a visitor. You see the captain kind of like shrug. She says, and you can hear like BB like translating this and like the approximation of like, the captain's voice. So it's kind of weird for you because you understand both. So you hear like the English.
I hear it, then I hear it again.
Yeah, you hear the English, and there's like it's like an echo, but in like Velron.
Cool.
So yeah, it's like General, you understand the predicament that I'm in here. Your people don't know we have you, and I believe for the most part, if they were, I don't think you'd be going back alive anyway. Your people are peace-loving, but you are a active threat to that ideal. So, I have an offer for you. You will come back to Natasha, to a intelligence institution there, and you will help us. All we need is information. If you don't, General, you're dead already. Anything that happens from here is, well, we can see what would happen from here. And yeah, the general kind of just stands there, and the captain turns to leave.
Is there does the stream have audio feed capabilities?
Yes, it does. They have been disabled.
Like digitally or like hard?
Like the captain has taken
have the
measures
wires
so
been
that
cut?
no one can listen in like digitally, or no one can record the conversation. Is what you attempted to achieve.
Okay. I mean, as soon as she leaves, I think if Zai gives him his food and just asks him how he's doing.
Yeah, you just get the kind of like nothing new. Like it's just this kind of standard
No,
conversation.
I'm gonna pretend like he's gonna come back to him like the next day.
Sure.
Like he's gonna try to do it before the captain goes back to him.
Okay. All right. So we'll
probably
go
for
back
morning.
And
the
like
end
do
of the-
whatever.
Okay, so all Zai would have done was before he left, or before Mary left, I'm assuming. Well, he's gonna leave and then he's gonna let Mary and gonna stand outside, but he says, I don't know what, I haven't made a word for it. Like, I don't know, like a soul tattoo, like a, I don't know, the thing he's gonna get, or he's gonna do to himself. With the scales.
Yeah.
He says that to the says whatever the word for that is, and then
Is he going to commit
mention
second
like,
proof?
yeah, that's it. I don't know. And then like her name, yeah, and then he salutes and leaves. But he just stands outside the door because he doesn't trust Mary not to beat his face in.
So when we first met, you were talking to. Well, you were talking.
So wait, just
I can
quickly,
only assume-
one second before that happens. But like as Zai, as you say, like that you're gonna get that done. He says, she hated your kind.
Pardon?
So when you say you're gonna get the plates on your back, he says, she hated you, your people, the humans, hated all of you. I believe she would not want her name printed this way.
Respectfully, sir.
He just kind of nods. He says, "What you choose to do is your choice. I would just let you step into her mind."
Respectfully, sir. I'm not going to pretend this is for her. For me. Carry her name with me. Remember the people that I've, well, killed.
Random guy number 12.
I'm not proud of it. I just thought you should know. He leaves. And just stands up at the door. Oh my god.
Sure.
Are you talking for his benefit or for ours? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Mary will basically ask him when
Who's
they
him?
first met, the general.
There you go.
Yeah, Sai walks out the door and Mary's like, so when they first met and talked, was he trying to persuade Zai or himself, or she's pretty much just asking him to clarify like what position he had at that moment.
I rather not kill the. I would rather not kill people of my race because they are brainwashed to believe humanity can actually be an ally. If I could have saved another one, I would have liked the opportunity to. That is why I talked.
But you still think you could have killed all of humanity?
I feel like our technology is better than anything you have fielded. I believe we could have, especially with you divided as you are.
I nods to
So-
Nolan.
What, BB? Why don't you just play the Vex ship with the canal? I mean, seriously.
Play
Okay.
what?
The what?
So like
The Vex ship hovering over the canal homeworld.
Sure. All right. So you play that.
Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, you play that, and when it comes on, he just laughs. Like he laughs, and he turns to you and says, "If the Vex are working with one of your humans, they do not have long left to live. The Vex will not tolerate them long."
Perhaps, but the canal ships have been upgraded somewhat with this encounter, I suppose. So, by attacking humanity, you'd be basically fighting sort of your old technology.
He
Do you
laughs.
still
Yeah.
think you could have beat humanity then?
He laughs again. He says, "Even what we gave to the Vex in the war was pathetic in compared to what we have. Even they, with that technology, managed to push you back."
Yeah, but they didn't beat us.
But they were lesser than us.
But they were also more than you.
Quality rather than quantity. That is what you humans lack.
So you mean you had no awesome weapon of mass destruction, like Grey Goo, something hidden up your sleeve?
He shakes his head. I never said that.
So you do have?
Why would I ever tell you? Bear in mind,
Well-
this is all happening before the captain's talk with him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the
there
way
are two
I
more
see it,
conversations
you
I want to
could-
have with this guy.
The way I see it, you could partially destroy humanity from where you are by really what you know. You know, since we are so destructive and all that, the more weapons you give us, it will be like monkeys in a cage playing our poo.
He shakes his head. Says, "It is like handing a child a gun."
Well, the Vex already did that to the canal.
That was their mistake. And this Vex technology that your enemies have, you truly believe the Vex have no alter motives? No?
Oh, I'm sure they do. But I'm just trying to get a gun of my own so that I can shoot them back.
He shakes his head. That will not happen for me.
Oh. See, you should have taken me up on that offer for the arm wrestling. At least that would have been productive. Yeah, so Mary's just gonna challenge him one more time and then she's gonna leave.
No, he
Awesome.
didn't.
He still doesn't want to?
No, he said something like, some of the lines of like it'd be a waste, or something like that.
Is that done with? Are you done with
Yeah.
him then, Mary?
I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
So Zai would go in once, like the day after the captain, like breakfast, and then I mean there would be one before the captain goes in, like the next day or the day after that. Like after he like the third day of activity or whatever, like before the captain went in. If you want to do that now or later, either or.
You alive, Liam?
Yeah, we can do that now.
Okay. So yeah, he'd go in for dinner the next day after this talk. And like you'd start conversation then like halfway through or whatever. Like just he'd mention the Valron ship, not the Vex ship. To it. And then I'm assuming he'll get this like a similar reaction than he got out of Mary.
Yeah.
But then like he mentions that it was Valron inside of it, using old like basically giving the details of what it was.
He literally just laughs harder. He says, "Then you are doomed."
I nods. I mean, know anything of this? Even if you did know something of this, would you tell me?
No.
I guess not. I just confused by it. Why would the Valron be flying Vex ship? These aren't our Valron from Sheila. They're out of system. They've been out of contact for at least 500 years. Why would they have a Vex ship? I wonder.
Maybe they have realized what I have.
That is?
That humanity is a plague.
Oh, you think too small, General. No, my point is, why would the Valron have a Vex ship when they could build something far superior? Why have they chosen such a primitive means of transportation when they could build something to the quality of a capital?
You believe it is not just a shell?
Like gives off a pleased vibe. Now that is what I'm talking about, General. What's a possibility?
What better disguise than one people think is weak?
But except the problem with that is the humans don't think they're weak. The Vex nearly destroyed humans. Why not use a canal or a Natashan ship?
Maybe they are not trying to hide from the humans.
That is interesting. You don't know if people or the higher ups at the AIO have heard anything about this?
Shakes his head.
You wouldn't tell me if you had, would you?
Shakes his head.
Yeah. Well, if you have any more revelations, please do share. He either leaves or just goes back to conversation and then
Sure.
I'm gonna quickly do the one like the next day.
Yeah, so do they want to talk to the captain?
Yeah. So he would go in and just like sit in a chair for like a couple minutes. Then say, "Have you made a decision
On what?
on your talk with the captain?
No.
Can I suggest you do not take her offer?" Sorry. Before he went, like when he goes in, he would have like made sure that like no one could hear.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, would you? I would suggest you don't take her offer. Well, my ultimate goal is a human and Valorant alliance. Yours is the destruction of the humans. I think if we were to give humans intel on our assets and, well, technology, that would help hinder your ultimate goal and my ultimate goal. I do agree with you the fact that the humans tend to favor war and can be violent at times. I don't think they're ready for this kind of technology yet. Perhaps one day, but not yet. I am afraid that with this type of technology, they would only destroy our people. And I know that you do not want that at all.
And you believe I can do anything to stop this? You believe they
To
won't
stop
just
the
take
destruction?
the information they want? Do you not, even after this, you do not see that the people you are working for are diseased? And you call me sick?
You cut out there.
He says, like, and even after all, like, even after all this, like, he says, do you believe they won't just, like, take the information? He says, like, even after all this, you still don't believe that the people you are working for are sick at the problem.
I see the flaws in humanity. I see the flaws in the Valorant, as much as I tend to deny it. My goal is to facilitate a partnership, a chance, to give the humans a chance. This is not about that.
Then what is this about?
This is about you not making a mistake that will very likely cause the destruction of our people. Right now, our defense capabilities are far beyond anything that humans are capable of, probably will be capable of for hundreds, if not thousands of years. I don't think they're ready for it yet, and I think if you offer your services and information, it will only cause the destruction of our people.
I believe they would take
How
this
do you-
information regardless.
From you,
You know what?
through torture, through interrogation.
There are many ways to gain information.
You need an active mind for those things. Zai gives off like, I don't know, like kind of shameful, but like for
He's-
the sake of our people kind of vibe.
He smiles and like looks at you and says, "You will kill me."
For my race, my people, my family, my friends, for the humans, for life. Yes. If you agree that the humans will only cause more destruction with this type of power,
He says, "And you believe your captain will continue to let you serve after this?"
I have no idea. I don't understand human psychology very well. I think if it was a Valron, then the chances would be higher. I don't know though.
He shakes
The
his head.
point
He
is-
says, "He shakes his head. He says, a betrayal is still a betrayal."
This is true. But I still believe that the humans will only cause more destruction, not only to us, possibly to us anyway, but to their own kind. They've already destroyed planets with great weapons. I don't want more bloodshed on the hands of our people. I won't do it with a gun, I will do it subtly. If you would think of it, I will return this evening with a decision, perhaps.
Okay. Sure.
He returns.
Alright, so yeah, there's like, so once again, it's probably about when you're like coming in for the to give him his like evening meal. Like the captain's there again.
Captain's there.
Yeah, and she has like a bowl of like it's like the same like food that you have. Like
That motherfucker sneaked into my room.
she has a bowl of that and like puts it down in front of him.
Okay.
You hear her say,
People doing this?
General, I would like to know more about your people. More about the domestic side of this. I believe that Zai would... Well, I don't know how forthcoming he would be. Although this information would probably benefit him too. I would like to be able to make both your and Zai's stay more comfortable on board this ship. Provide you local comforts, foods, luxuries. If you can tell me what I could get, I could requisition it, find it. And yeah, the general like, you notice him like you probably hear him like start to like kind of like list off some like default foods of the Velron people. Like they're just like, you know, like wheat, like but for Velron, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of it would be
Staple
grown on like our
diets.
planets, right?
Yeah.
It would just be it would have to be synthesized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gruel.
And then yeah, she leaves.
I nod, and then I walk in.
Okay. He's sitting
you
there like
needed-
just eating the food that he was given.
I eat food I was bringing for him.
Sure.
Have you come to a decision yet, General? Or would you like more time?
I believe I shall live for now.
I nods. Gives off a sadness. If that is your decision, I won't force it on you.
I believe that
Murder is not my forte.
where humanity believes they can pull information from me, I believe I can manipulate the situation to be the other way around.
Okay. Sure. So Zai's gonna kill him. Because he's making a bad decision.
That just seems very out of character
Wow.
for Zai. That's
Yeah.
extremely out of character. That sounds like something Vincent would do.
Yeah, this seems dumb.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it now, but he wants to kill him. He doesn't want to kill him, but he doesn't want the humans to get access to Velron technology.
Sure.
We can come back to that later, though. I'm just
Shouldn't have let us take a Velron general on our ship with us.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean-
They'll run ship on our ship of us.
so yeah, we're gonna take a small break here and then we'll come back.
yeah.
All right.